We get it almost every night, and that moon gets big and bright. We get it almost every night, and that moon gets big and bright. We get it almost every night.
What up, guys? Welcome back to Vex Gaming TV. Today we are going into a customs run on our scav. Now, this is just a recording that I have. I was not expecting this to be anything crazy. I just record more often, like I said I would after the Succeed or Fail series. And I am going to be uploading this one because it turns out this run went really well. This run, I ended up, sneaking some gear off of some guy and getting out without being killed. I was a little worried because when I walked into the body, that he obviously died by somebody, and I couldn't find who it was. With that aside, though, you will see that later. I ended up heading back towards the exit, and I was going to extract because I don't have many guns, and having that extra little bit of guns and ammo and all that would have helped greatly when I went back to the factory runs and looked for that Ford armor. But something really good happened. I ended up turning around. I ended up not extracting and going out to try to find some other guns. In doing so, I ran to the checkpoint and I found a scav which had the Ford armor that I had been looking for. So now I was stuck with the decision on how to actually take out this scav and not be killed by the 10 other scavs, because that place was packed. It was packed with scavs and I didn't know how to go about it. So there isn't going to be any of me talking in this video other than what I'm doing right now, and that's just because I was messing around with the mic settings again and accidentally shut off the mic, and none of my voice was recorded throughout this whole thing, sadly. But I still think it's intense and I think you guys will enjoy it, and it's also showcasing a big milestone for one of the harder quests people are actually having trouble with, is getting that Ford armor. So you'll see how I got it in this video, and we will go and get the Kiver afterwards. Also, I'm going to cut back later towards the end when I'm kind of freaking out over something small. Hopefully it's not as big of an issue as I think it is, but yeah, I'll get back to you when we get to that point. So until then, enjoy the video, and it's going to be just gameplay. Remember that, I'm not going to be talking. So enjoy the video, and I'll see you guys later.
ничего. Скупщику все продам, это живем.
Alright guys, I'm going to cut in right here and start talking a little bit about what's going on. So you're not confused onto why I'm following the scav around. Now, they changed the route that which scavs take lately in the previous patch. I know that Cotton have noticed difference in the scav routes, and I noticed that this route is unusual. So at this point in time, I am a little worried about the scav that's patrolling over here. I don't know if it's a player or if it's a scav, and I think when we get inside of the factory, we're gonna see that the scav is looking towards the wall and staying in one direction. So this is when I realized that, yeah, this is just a scav taking a different route that I've never seen before. The route might have been there already, but I know that it's new to me, and I was a little worried about this scav. I'm also going to stay on and talk you through what's going on from this point on, because this is when I start having to decide on how I'm going to approach the situation at hand when I get through this part and I check out the checkpoint. So this scav is no longer an issue to me. I'm heading through and I notice that there is a ton of scavs, like 2 waves built up of scavs or something. I don't know, I'd never seen this many scavs here. There was like something like 7 or 8 scavs, so this was definitely a lot. I'm also checking every scav because the reason I came here was to check for some forward armor on any of these scavs. And there it is. This scav's wearing the forward armor. But look at the situation I have right now. Just completely surrounded. So this is when I start strategizing. How am I going to get this guy? I know that if I take any shots, all of these scavs are going to turn on me, so I have to wait for the perfect time. So I'm just watching his movement and looking for an opening for me to take. I'm also worried about players at this point, because this place wasn't cleaned out yet, so at any point they could have just rotated this way, because there was grenades going off at the dorms earlier. Now, at this point, as I'm watching this scav, I'm starting to get a little worried about the scav to my right. That scav just keeps staring at me, and it's just unusual, I thought. So I try to see if he's a player, because if he's a player doing the same thing I'm doing, I was going to take him out right away, because I was not going to risk losing this forward armor. I give him a little wiggle, and then I pull out my new gestures, and I give him just a little wave. No response, but he's staring, so I'm still a little sketched out. But I know I may blow my cover if I shoot him right now, because then the other scavs will turn on me, and that scav over there with the forward armor may run behind cover, and then I'm really screwed. Just scouting the area, seeing how much scavs I have to deal with, strategizing in my head. I wish you guys had the audio of me talking, because this was a really intense moment for me. When I saw the scav move towards me, I was like, yes, I got cover behind this van. I have to move quick. I can't let him walk away again, so I have to decide on what I'm doing right now. If I'm going to take the scav out, this would be the time to do it. So I'll line up in a way that I could take out both scavs quickly. Check really quick. Here we go. Both scavs down. And now the time is ticking. Now the scav starts shooting at me. Thank God none of his shots landed. And that's it, guys. Head towards the exit. I check for anybody who may be camping. I was a little worried about a camper over here because I would have been really angry if I lost all that progress to a camper. There we go. One half of the supplier quest done for skier. I got my Ford armor, and we are out of here. Now, I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit to show you the part that I was a little worried about, and I kind of just freeze there for a second. So this will give me some time to actually explain what I'm doing. So let me do that real quick. Alright, so this is when I start to trade in my quest, at least half of the quest. And I realize now that there is a time limit, as you can see right there on the right side. I was really worried about this time limit. Right now I didn't notice it. I'm just kind of, seeing how to get the Ford armor trade in. And right here is where I noticed it. So I'm a little freaked out about this because I only see the time on the right side. I don't see the 2 days in front of it because I just went into straight panic mode. I thought I only had less than 20 minutes to somehow get a Kiver, which was not going to happen. But I believe I have 2 days left, so that should be no problem to get that Kiver. But yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about at the end, just really quick. So if anybody does see that, and feels the same way, I believe it's 2 days. I don't even know yet. It hasn't been the time yet for me to check. So we're gonna check right after this video is uploaded. I'm gonna check, and I think I'll be fine. So it's not a big deal. But yeah, that's it for today's episode. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry for the lack of voice throughout the raid. That's going to be fixed next time. So if you liked the video, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.